Helena, welcome.
Hello, darling.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah.
Cool. You look lovely as always.
Thank you. I also today have the lovely Cheyla Wagner on here with me.
What's up, Cheyla?
Not much. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Long time no see.
You guys were so great last night at the Blind Pig.
Yeah, she actually came out to our show, and once again, she was always at every show, filming everything, documenting everything.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into that. I was doing some research last night, checking out your website, and man, you've got some cool stuff going on. Good for you, Cheyla.
Thank you.
I mean, it's nice to see, like, anytime people give back, get involved, are all about Detroit. I mean, it makes, you get that pride, man.
Detroit pride.
And we are, you know what? We are a great city. We are a great city.
There's a lot
we got
going
great
on.
music
that a lot of people need
here.
To know about.
So I am going to just sit back, chill out,
hang out with us,
hang out with you guys, and you run the show the next 20 minutes here. Let's hear more about Detroit Music Live, Cheyla Wagner, and then maybe Helena, you could do a little entertainment rap. Tell us what's going on this
we're gonna give the rundown on everything. There's nobody better to get it actually from.
I'm gonna have Mike shut off my mic, and I'm gonna chill.
Oh, you can chime in.
Yeah, do it.
But yeah, just can you just give us the 411 for anybody that doesn't know yet? What is Detroit Music Live? How long has it been going on? How did it start? And just what happened?
Basically, it's just a volunteer effort between my dad and myself. My dad's been going to shows for years, has a lot of contacts and friends out in Detroit. He started filming back in March of 2011.
Okay.
And then I started going out in November of 2011. It's just been a great experience. My first show that I went to was to see The Go at the Magic Stick.
Very cool.
It was a really cool show. I'd seen him a couple years before with Electric Six, which is actually like my favorite band. Exactly.
So you've been doing this for what, 3 years now then? Since November 2011 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
and how, when did you get very heavily involved into doing the filming and uploading and documenting right from the get-go, or was it, a little bit into it?
Well, personally myself, when I was going, I didn't really, I was just going to be out.
Just to hang out in the beginning. It wasn't necessarily for document
right.
shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad was filming all the shows, but I was just going along with him. I started taking pictures. I'm not really the dancey type person, but I like being up front. Like,
my
dad and his friends were always up in the front, so
he taught you well.
Right. So I started taking pictures, and then started filming after that, and it just kind of snowballed.
Yeah. So how many shows do you think you filmed up to this point? I mean, on your website, you just have tons and tons of footage. So how many shows would you say, give or take?
Hundreds of shows. We have over 100 of different bands on the website.
Very cool.
Not everything that's on the website, there's more than what we just have on the website.
Right. Just to archive it all must take so much time.
Yes, very time consuming.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of upkeep. Because not only are you upkeeping the site, and you got to do the Facebook and the social media and all. Yeah, that's a lot. Plus, you go to 4 shows a night, 3, 4 shows. It becomes like a full-time job almost. So,
every time we almost get caught up, there's a bunch of cool shows happening. So we get backed up again.
What a horrible job. Having to go out and party at 4 different bars.
Exactly.
So I would like to hear, straight from you, just knowing that you're deeply embedded in the music scene in Detroit and Metro Detroit, would you say that there's a difference between, let's say, the Detroit scene versus maybe Metro Detroit, Royal Oak, Ferndale? Is there a different kind of vibe? What's your opinion on that?
Definitely. Okay. I feel like in Ferndale they have more of a nightlife there, so you're more likely to have people just coming in off the street, people who don't know the bands
that weren't planning on seeing the band.
They might not even be that into music. They're just coming in, they hear the music, they're having a good time. So it's a bunch of new people. It's definitely a different feeling. Whereas in Detroit and Hamtramck, we don't really have people, walking around, going to those bars.
People are just walking down, yeah. Like
right. If you're going to those venues, you're going because you want to see the bands, because you
planned on seeing that show.
Right. So we become like this tight-knit community.
Cool.
Kind of.
Like
yeah.
Detroit proud family.
Exactly. Because we're all at the same shows all the time.
Yeah. So what would you say? What's your favorite venue then in Detroit?
I really like PJ's Lager House.
Yeah.
That was one of the first places I was going to a lot. So.
It's a cozy little spot. It gets packed really quick too.
Right,
so
exactly.
yeah, that's a really cool spot. So yeah, I guess then what is your favorite like Metro Detroit festival? I mean, there's Dally in the Alley, Arts Beats and Eats, Blowout, and the Hamtramck Labor Day Fest. What's your favorite?
Definitely Blowout.
Yeah? Blowout's great. I love Blowout.
The first time I went was in 2012, not really knowing what to expect.
Okay.
But it was just like, it's basically what I try to accomplish all the time, going to a bunch of different shows, trying to get all of my favorite bands all on the same night.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Blowout provides. It's like, 10 venues all on the same night with stacked.
Right. It's kind of like a little mini South by Southwest.
Right.
Almost. Like
right.
Bryce knows all about South by. That's actually coming up too. What? That's March? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Blowout's what? The end of April, I think.
End of April, beginning of May.
Yeah. And because I know last year they hit Detroit and then they hit Ferndale too. Like it was a 2 or 3 weekend thing. I don't know. Maybe they're doing something like that again.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
My first Blowout, actually, I had tickets to go see the Black Keys on that Saturday show, but I gave them to my brother for free.
You want to go to Blowout that day?
I wanted to go to Blowout. The guys from the Black Keys actually ended up showing up to the venue we were at.
Oh,
so
wow.
That was cool.
Do you remember what venue that was?
It was the Polish Alliance Hall.
Okay.
Something. Yeah, they came for the last set there. It was
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So yeah, you're like one of Detroit's biggest fans.
Definitely.
So where do you see Detroit Music Live like in the next year? Where do you want to take this? What do you want to do with this?
I want to keep doing what we're doing. Getting out there, covering as many bands as we can, supporting people as much as we can. We have a lot of great friends. I'm a part of a lot of different music scenes, different groups of people. I hope to be able to spend more time updating the website than I have. It's been crazy with school and work, but I'd also like to get better equipment. You can't really bring the high-tech equipment into bars in Detroit. I have just like a little handheld camera.
Because someone will steal it.
Right.
Sorry, Detroit. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, so...
The shows can also get really rowdy sometimes, some of the shows.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be bringing that high-tech equipment where you're going to get bumped. You don't want to be blocking people either.
Very cool.
We're already standing up there holding the camera. We're trying to...
And everybody gets smushed and, everybody's dancing, So I guess last but not least, what do you do outside of Detroit Music Live? I feel like it takes up quite a bit of your time, but what do you do when you're not doing that?
When I'm not working and I'm not out seeing shows, I am going to the University of Michigan, Dearborn. I'm going for secondary education, double majoring in English and learning disabilities.
Wow.
So I'd like to be a middle school teacher. I just got done with my student teaching at Gibraltar Shoemate. I love 6th and 7th graders.
Yeah, so you're like work all day, party all night. Exactly. You're like both sides of the spectrum.
Sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's very, very, very cool. And you brought some tracks with you, correct?
I did.
What is going on with this?
She was gonna play
from like a show that you recorded or something?
No, this is just one of the bands that I'm good friends with.
Oh,
I follow a lot.
Okay. What's the name of the band?
This is the Cheetahs.
The Cheetahs.
They're from Ann Arbor. The song's called Don't Waste My Time.
Cool, and we'll come back and give you guys a rundown for what's going on this weekend.
that was pretty cool. That you said that was the Cheetahs?
Yes.
Yeah. What was the name of that song?
Don't Waste My Time.
Don't Waste My Time.
I really like that. No.
You're listening to The Rude Show on WAYNradio.net. Cheyla, what did you already ask? Because I was totally not paying attention.
Well, at least you're honest.
I'm just running around taking pictures. What is next for Detroit Music Live? Did we ask that question already?
Yeah. She wants to just kind of like upgrade her stuff and keep going to shows.
Is there money in this?
No.
All right.
It's just pure volunteer dedication.
It's love.
It's love.
That's
it's a completely volunteer, just supporting our friends' effort.
And what do you do with the material? So do you just so you go to the Cheetahs show at the Lager House and you record it, you edit it, and then you put it up on your website for people to see, and then you pass and
then the bands will put it on their
DVD,
page.
and then they can use that for their promotional purposes. That's pretty cool. Who does the editing? Do you do the editing?
My dad and I both do.
What program do you use?
I'm not sure.
Final Cut, Avid, Premiere.
Nothing that fancy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I would like to get some better editing equipment.
Fair enough.
And since my dad and I both are going to the shows, I'd like to get some more different angle stuff and edit the stuff together.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Continued success.
Just a bunch of loves.
Yeah.
So you're going to give us a rundown?
Yeah. So talk about that. And there's nobody better to help me do this than Cheyla. She knows that.
Right?
Last Thursday before we came on, I sent her a text message. I was like, dude, give me a rundown on the top shows going on.
Yeah, what's going on this weekend?
I think something quite memorable, or that I would like to talk about, is Hip in Detroit's second anniversary bash at the Loving Touch. Our really good friends Sadie Quagliato and Christy Labs are the really cool ladies over there at Hip in Detroit. And they've been keeping it strong now for 2 years. They also do really cool write-ups and go to a lot of shows and do the same kind of thing where it's just free promotion and a bunch of love for the city of Detroit and Metro Detroit and all the bands and people out there. So yeah, that's at the Loving Touch. That's on Saturday, February 1st. They're giving away prizes from the places like Black Iris Booking, Ink Addict, Rust Belt Studios, Saks Fifth Avenue, Vial Company, and there's going to be a bunch of bands such as the Illiches, Autumn Wolf, Rebel Spies, the Hand Grenades, we were actually just talking about them, and Tune Day, which everybody loves Tune Day, and some Christopher Jarvis will be DJing in between sets. It's only $5, it's 21 and up, and doors are at 9 o'clock, so you guys, everybody should go out definitely this Saturday at the Loving Touch and check that out. Support Detroit.
Album dropping,
yeah.
Coming up this month too.
Yeah. That should be really cool. Archetype, yeah. We all want that. So, and I know you have a couple things to say, too.
Right. Actually, tonight and tomorrow is PJ Fest at PJ's Lager House in Detroit. Cool. It's $5 both nights. Tonight you've got Allison Lewis, Don Dupree, John Hoke in the Sequins, and 6 and the Sevens playing. And then tomorrow it's Ryan Dillaha and the Miracle Men, Crooked Little Reasons.
Love those guys.
Ryan Rancine and Jake Clark Reed all playing.
Very cool.
I'm all 6s and 7s, baby.
Okay, tomorrow, the Audionics, Odd Hours, Unlimited Head, and Anastasia Gold are playing at Smalls in Hamtramck. Saturday, there's a couple different shows going on. No Bunny, Growing Pains, Twine Time, and The Hussy at PJ's Lager House.
I know you were saying No Bunny is actually pretty cool. It's a punk rock.
It's a crazy show.
It is? Yeah, Mike's saying it's a crazy show.
You know the producer chimes in.
Yeah.
No bunny.
I think that's where I'm going to be on Saturday.
Okay, very cool.
Also, One Quarter Bruce and the High Strung are playing at Planet Theater in Hamtramck.
Very cool.
Definitely cool band.
One Quarter Bruce?
Yes.
I love that name. Hey, Bruce, how much money do you have? 1 quarter. That's why they call me One Quarter Bruce.
I'm 1 quarter Bruce, bro.
I can get a gumball at Kroger's out of the machine. That's what I can do with 25 cents. Dude, you used to be able to buy a frickin' candy bar for 25 cents.
You're dating yourself.
I actually,
Cigarette should be $1.
actually, if you ask my left hand would agree that I am dating myself. Anyone, do you like that? Was that good? Yes.
That's hilarious.
Alright.
And then there's also at the Detroit Opera House, if anybody's interested, American Idiot's playing all this weekend, which is, from Green Day's Grammy Award-winning multi-platinum album, and it features hits such as Boulevard of Broken Dreams, 21 Guns, Wake Me Up When September Ends. But it's just a critical smash Broadway film at the Detroit Opera House. Tickets are $44 to $100, so I don't know if anybody's into that kind of thing, but it could be cool. I've heard good.
It does
good
sound
things
pretty
about
cool.
it. I've heard cool.
Right? It's like a,
Yeah. I've heard really good things about it, so I don't know. It could be cool. You got anything else?
I sure do.
She could keep going and going.
Love it. I think you've been replaced, Helena.
So I was wondering whether or not I should have you.
No, actually, Helena, the show's canceled next week. And then, Cheyla's here.
It's okay.
That would be rotten.
I couldn't say I'd hate it, though. I
would
couldn't
not,
say I'd hate it.
I would not do
You're
that.
so agreeable. I love her.
So yeah, give us a quick one, and I think we'll maybe close
All right.
out.
Saturday at Smalls, there's going to be a 12-band rapid-fire 3-stage show.
What?
So
Rapid fire, what does that even mean?
Say that again.
It's like a tongue
gonna
twister.
Be a
12 bands,
12 band.
rapid-fire 3-stage show.
rapid fire 3-stage show.
So that's been kind of a popular thing recently, where the venues have the 2 different stages, so there's not that wait time while bands
Right.
are setting up. They're doing 3 bands,
Oh, wow.
3 stages at Smalls. So a couple of the bands that are playing are like Carjack, Disinformants, All the Wild Children,
Nice.
Caveman Woodman. It's going to be a really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea. I love that. So, one band, boom, does their thing. Second stage is all ready to go. Does their thing. Well, when they go to the second stage, the first stage is already breaking down and changing to get another
Right.
band.
As well.
Third stage, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's no
And
downtime.
that's at
That's at Smalls in Hamtramck.
killing me, Smalls.
I really like Smalls. I think it's a really
I do
cool
too.
place. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it's very cool.
The Sandlot.
It's great. I always knew what that expression. I've been using that expression, and then I actually saw the Sandlot, and I'm like, that's where it's from. Anyway, what else is going on, girls?
I think that's
That's
about
most
it.
everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's more going on. Come on.
Well, yeah. I mean, we got the Dirty Show February 7th. I don't know if you guys are any of you kinky people.
Yeah, let's talk
I've been to
about
that.
the Dirty Show.
The Dirty Show is pretty dirty, but
What's going on there?
I know there's just what's the one chick who always does the strip tease?
Moana?
No,
S&M.
Moana's in it. No, but I forget the really popular chick. I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of naughty photos and people doing naughty things. But I went a couple of years ago.
Burlesque
Yeah,
dancers
when strippers
Hey,
and
would
people
you
hanging
like
from
to
hooks
go,
and,
Bryce?
Yeah, it's at the Eastern
You're
Market.
asking me to go with you?
Naughty.
Because I don't want to go by myself, for sure.
I know. Well, that sounds like fun. And where's that at?
I think it's the Eastern Market, like right downtown, like right there. It's like, yeah.
I am going to bring my gimp
Yeah, it's pretty
outfit.
kinky.
Awesome.
I went like 2 years ago.
Now, we got to go, unfortunately, but we're going to play out, you brought another song, Cheyla, and this is Wasabi Dream.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on, and everybody should check out
Yeah.
DetroitMusicLive.com. What you do for
Yeah,
Detroit, it's really cool.
Definitely. Also
Thank you.
on YouTube, it's youtube.com/Raw Detroit. So we're
Perfect.
Detroit Music Live for the website and Facebook, but on YouTube we are Raw Detroit.
Very cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Like Wasabi one-way bus rhymes. You've been listening to The Rude Show on WAYNradio.net. Thank you all very much. Let's give ourselves a big hand.
Dominant.
We are
Show.
awesome. Mike, thank you. Thanks for operating the Tilt-A-Whirl today. And we will see you all next week. Stay classy, Wayne State, on The Rude Show, WAYNradio.net.